Okay, so for every level, there's another devil. What do I mean about this? So basically, I had a really good month in January. I was consistent. I was disciplined every day for the whole month. It felt great, and yeah, I was kind of at a new level then. And February came along, and I took on a new challenge for February, which was more focus on exercise. So I was doing planks, push ups, and mountain climbers most days. You gotta allow a little rest period. Um, but what I found interesting was because I was so high on the progress I'd made in January, I kind of relaxed a little bit on certain practices from then. So I wasn't meditating every day, I wasn't journaling every day, and I wasn't reading every day, but I was consistently exercising every day. And I was meditating, journaling, and reading here and there. But towards the end of the month, I gradually receded on those practices. And by the end of the month, actually, the only thing I was doing was exercising. So I just mean by that when you go up another level, there is another devil. There's another obstacle in your path that you don't really know until that you get there. So it's March now, and I'm doing my focus this month is to not be using my phone unnecessarily. So I'm just using it if I need to make calls or messages or to organize meetings or pictures or videos or whatever. Social media is like a big, it's so easy to access. It's so handy for so many sources of information, and it's good to stay in touch and everything. But it's not necessary. So this is just a little experiment for me personally. But I want to get back to the personal growth aspect of this video anyway. So I think for most of us, habits of consistency and self-discipline and positive mental attitude and those things, they don't come very easy. And as an adult, it's extremely hard to suddenly introduce these new practices and develop new habits into your life. It can be really hard. So that's what I was experiencing when February came. I was like, yes, I felt so good doing that every day, chill for a bit. But the mistake that I made was to relax a little bit. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't reward yourself or you shouldn't take a break. I'm not saying that at all. I just mean that if you're in it for the long term, and you really want to see major growth and like new levels and constantly progressing and developing, then consistency is key. So you just have to keep going. This month I'm back at the journaling, meditating, I'm doing exercising now and reading, and I'm trying to stay off my phone. And yeah, I guess I'm doing that because I really want to focus and be more committed to making content that I find meaningful and that I think serves people to some degree. So I'm not trying to discourage anyone from growth and want people to think that, oh man, fuck that, it's not worth it. I'm just going to get there and it's going to get harder and harder and harder. That's not the intention of this video at all. I just mean that by this video, it's an admission of me saying it gets harder as well as you progress. There's new challenges. Ultimately, I think ourselves are our greatest opponent. If we can get the mind right and we can know ourselves and we can know the ways in which we can sabotage and deceive ourselves and distract ourselves, and we know our vices and everything, then that self-knowledge can lead us to the path of self-liberation and enlightenment, and living in our higher selves and being progressive and productive, and having a great sense of contribution to the world around us for others. I think ultimately that's what this is all about. Another thing that I think is hugely important, really, really, really important, is acknowledging your own progress. Because if you are making progress and you got your to-do list and you're ticking it off, and as soon as you do something you're moving on, and you're not pausing to reflect and say, you know what, look, I've got this and this done. You have to allow a second and allow feelings of well-being to flourish there and be like, I am making progress here. I am growing. I am developing. Because if you don't give that to yourself, this is a mistake that I have made. If you don't give that to yourself, it's hard to actually feel a sense of progress, even though the evidence is there in some shape or form. Like, you may as well amplify that, you may as well enhance that, and send your brain the message that I am moving forward. Because without a sense of that, you can really start to think about giving up, and that's just not an option if you really want to make a major impact here. So acknowledge your progress. Know that as you rise to a higher level of productivity, there's going to be unforeseen obstacles there. And I believe in you, and I hope that you believe in yourself, because it's so important. I know no one really teaches you the value of positive affirmations, or affirming to yourself, or looking at yourself and saying, you can do this, I believe in you. But man, this stuff is so important if you really want to empower yourself and positively influence others and empower other people. So yeah, I think I'm just going to wrap it up with that. I hope everyone is getting on. This is still the new year, we've got a long way to go. We still got a lot of 2020 left. So let's not, if we drop the ball, let's pick it up again and keep going, and keep developing, and just becoming a better human being. I think really that's what we all want. We want to feel a sense of progress, and if we don't have that feeling, then we start to not feel too good about ourselves. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.